Hey Jim, this is Chris. I made this video. I used a new program and the audio didn't work, so I just pulled this back down in and put some voiceover on it. Okay, what I've done here is I just made a file here, HighBoy tutorial, and I put the clips in that are from that clean and dies video to show you how to overlap and shrink down that you can do, like when you can use your bore scope. Now I'm using PowerDirector 13. Which is an awesome program, I think. I think PC Magazine picked it 8 years in a row as the best video editing program. It's virtually professional quality, my understanding is, but I don't know. That's what people tell me. And by no way am I a master. Anyway, I'm going to open the video here, editing part of it. It does so much more than I'm even aware of. It's not funny. That's why I'm still on 13 and haven't upgraded to 15. But basically, you know, here are the time tracks down here. Go up here. This is the library. So you can resize everything. But what I'm going to do here is delete all these out of the library. I don't know why they default those in there, but you know, I don't want any of them. So I'm going to, as soon as I select them all, there's several different ways to select them, but I'm going to remove those from the library. Boom. So now you click the import button and you select whatever file. And of course, I'm going to use the HighBoy tutorial file. So you go up there to back yourself up. Go on one more time to desktop and go down and find HighBoy tutorial. Open it, and there they are. So hold down the control key. You switch on the first one. It takes it a second to load. Then you can load all the rest of them. So you highlight them and just open them, and that's going to put them in that upper left-hand box here. Which is they call it your library. Now you can see all the different tracks down below, and that's where you layer, and you can add as many of those things as you want. I think it defaults to 3 or 5 or something like that, and that's usually sufficient for most things unless you really get intricate. So the first things that I do is, you can see it's got the upper track part of it is the video and the lower track part of it is the audio, and they're linked together, but you can separate them when you need to, and we'll get into that later. But the first thing I do, and I stretch it out. So you hold down the left mouse key and then just slide it to the right, and it stretches. Well, let me do that. Come on now, grab it. There we go. And it stretches it out. And that really helps you get down to where you can cut it and split, you know, the thing wherever you want to exactly. Now that little button, I'm raising the volume of it at the beginning, and I'm going to the end of the track, and I'm raising it up as well. And see, the volume's high. I like strong volume on my audios, so that's what I did there. Now you can go anywhere in there and click those little button things, and like say I want to take out this section here because I said a cuss word. So what you do is you just put those little waypoints in there, pull it down, and then just click another one, bring it up. So that segment right there will have no volume. So it'll just be blank. So you can, you know, that's kind of later on down the road for you, but all this kind of stuff can be done. But once I have it on there, what I do with each track right away is you go up here and you see where it says, these are all like power tools across here. So we're going to do fix and enhance. The first thing I do is the audio denoise. I just do the regular setting on it. You can adjust it and make it more effective, but just the default seems to work really well. I believe most of my videos are very strong, loud, and clear, and I like it that way. Another thing I do, and you can do it for, if there's wind noise, it'll help with that, but if it's really bad outside, it's not going to do all of it, but you do have options to improve it if you happen to be outside and you get that wind noise. Another thing I do is I do the background lighting. And you click up here and it brightens it up. It just helps you see all the subjects better. On top of all the lighting I use, I do that as well on all these videos. Now since I have my camera on the wall, I do video rotation to rotate it back around to my orientation, not from the cameras. So now we're back at my orientation. Now that's the basic thing I do for all my clips. Now what I'm going to do now is go up here, and I'm sliding this down. I'm going to shrink it back. So you just hold the left mouse button down, just slide it to your left, shrinks it, slide it to your right on the timeline, stretches it out. So you can kind of set it for whatever you need. Now I'm going to go up here to the upper left hand corner. Okay, stretch it, shrink it. Can't remember what I said on the original one there. I'm all over the thing here, bear with me. Alright, going to close that. That's going to take me back to the library. Click the import tab there. There's different ways to do it. You can do it with the function keys on the top as well. Now these are the borescope videos, and you'll see that there's only video, there's no audio tracks. So I'll lay it down there, and see how it laid it the upper corners there with all the buttons on the side of it. So I just grab one of those corners, shrink it down, or however you want to size it. Here we go. We're going to shrink it down. Now I can move it all over to where I can put it to where it's not blocking if I want to, use that in conjunction with what the main shot is. And there you go. You can make it any size you want. You can put it on any part of the thing that you want to, move it around, whatever you want to do. That's what I was talking to you on the phone about. Now, the only thing with the borescope is the timing. Excuse me. I'm clogging up here. The timing of the video from the borescope, timing it is, at the same time as you're doing, physically doing it. I'm working on procedures as I'm recording to make time, do little things that make me mark where it is, so I'll be able to sync those two together better. But basically, to sync them up, all you do is come down here and click on, come on down, click on it, see how it highlights. Now you slide it back and forth, see, just to time it up and make it work. That's just kind of how you do it manually. And you're going to want to do that depending on the effect you want. Or you could just totally just have the borescope video overlay the other one and not even worry about it. Just depends on how you want to do it. And you can do this 2-3 times. You can lay, notes across it that scroll across the top of the screen like you've seen. But here's one of the other videos, and I'm going to bring it down. And see, it's just layering on top of layers. So the lower it is, it's going to overwrite everything else. See how it covers everything else up? But just resize it. Put it down on the other corner. And make it whatever size you want, however you want to do it. Just bear with it. This video editing is very powerful software. It takes a lot of memory. So there you've got those two. So, depending on what you want to set up, you've got all the flexibility to do that. Now, all these programs work basically the same, so this should kind of make some sense to you what you've been doing with your program. But that's all there is to it. And, if I wanted to insert a picture on top of that, I would come down and put it below the last video one I just put in, or whatever I needed to do. But that's it, man. So if you have any questions, give me a call on the phone. All right, buddy. Bye.